board members. Tonight, we're just gonna have a quick discussion on the 26 budget after a couple things came to light. I gave you all packets. I know. That's just summary. Special. Yeah. Basically coming from this request. And with that 450,000, our Indian fund balance for the general fund only would be just under 2.9 million. Since that, Smithville has received the official notice that we will be having a state audit. In that notice, the range was 125,000 to 150,000 plus or minus. That will be on the city's dime. We'll have to pay for that. Because that cost is significant, we wanted to bring to you again these funded items. Take another look at these. Do we want to revisit, take away a few things, put things on hold and see how next year is coming out? But that dialogue, that discussion is something we're looking forward to having here in the next couple of minutes. That next page is funded highlights. Again, these are your department requests that we have in. And in our August 19th meeting, I think we had board approval to go ahead and move forward with this in our recommended budget. These 12 items are what cost or 450,000 in fiscal year 26. And a couple of those you will see, like the loggers and the GSI tech, those are fund shared. So the portion that we are showing is only the general fund. We will revisit this page at the end here. If we flip to the next page, we have our operating budget and reserve chart. This is again is from the August 19th recommended budget. At that time, in 26, our operating budget was just over 7.5 million. Our energy fund balance was again just under 2.9. And our required reserve at that point would be just under 1.9. If we go to the next page, we are adding the state audit costs at 150,000. What that does is basically a 1-for-1 for the 26 budget. But then of course that gets amplified as you go forward in the years. And that would move our operating reserve. We would hit our operating reserve at the beginning of 2027 with that additional.
Rick, can I interject?
Absolutely.
And you may be going to say this. That reflects $150,000 all in the general fund. That cost of the audit is $150,000 total. And so this is if we absorb it all in the general fund. So I just wanted to point out.
And since you saw my note in like second page, our external audit, we do cost share with utilities. We put 70% in the general fund and 30% in the utility fund. So we would have that option. I feel comfortable about splitting it 70-30 for the state audit. Okay. So the next page again, I slipped in that same funded highlights page, so we weren't to come back. Doesn't matter now, it's under in paper copy. But I think what we would like from you guys is a discussion on this list. Now knowing that we will more than likely have that cost in 26 for the state audit at 150,000.
Just as a reminder, that 150, the estimate on the actual petition indicates an estimated cost of 125 to 150 more or less is what the language was. I just want to clarify that. We've plugged in 150 of what we think of being the highest exposure.
When does that have to be paid?
It'll be on the timing of the state audit.
And we don't know if we have been notified of the audit, but it is not on a timeline yet.
And the auditor's letter said you have to budget it.
Yes,
So we have to budget.
Right. I see the funded highlights here. Are there other areas that we can consider? Or is this just that are paid by the general fund, or is this just kind of the thought process here?
This is more of the thought process, but if we were going to remove items, this is where I believe we want to look at. We are looking with the rest of the operating budget that keeps us afloat.
otherwise it's cutting something that exists.
But if we did the 70-30, it would be,
If we
if
did
we
this,
did 150, be 105 out of the general fund.
Right.
So we need
Yeah.
to look at.
just be right at it. It's just big one. Now, we could be looking at this list and say, well, let's hold off on a couple of these line items and see what 26 is doing. Hopefully 26 is a little better than what we're thinking it might be. It happened in 25. We're gonna come up just a little better in our fund balance in 25. But I don't want to go into 26, just assuming that we're gonna end up better. So we want to get this budgeted and everybody on the board is comfortable with doing all of this 450,000 or identifying a few projects that may or may not happen.
I don't wanna hit Matt first, but I think the golf cart, you don't really need till March. We could look to see how things are going.
That golf cart actually is in the shop, it's not working currently, the one that we were gonna replace.
Gotcha.
But like you said, like it's not needed until late spring.
So we could look at how revenues are coming in and potentially look at that one, then put it back in.
Yeah.
I know it's not a big item, but still it's something that we could probably get on.
If ideally in a perfect world, it'd be awesome if we could wait till roughly May of next year, so that'll get us through the second quarter, and that tells us a whole lot more than that first quarter.
And Chuck, mini X are going to a lease, right? That's not gonna be the full 25K hit.
No, it's 25 is.
That is the lease. That's the lease.
Start November, or is that something?
That's.
I mean, I know we get breaks in the winter, so.
Yeah, I mean, winter would probably use as much. Be pushed to the spring,
Okay,
but it is.
Yeah.
Two pieces of equipment, the skid steer and the excavator that are
Yeah.
the workhorse, so
right,
come spring, it would be good to have.
yeah, I think we can start in March, February,
Yep.
maybe. Get a couple
March.
months. March,
And I should say, Mayor, is that we will have with the campground closing October, we'll
Right.
have that golf cart to use during the winter time.
yeah, so yeah, you get that one back in November, so.
You have a question, without looking at smaller numbers, how important is the building and facility manager? That's the biggest hit.
We have this on here in a couple of years, and it's definitely something that we believe
Well, I'm
is
just saying,
gonna
that's the
be
biggest
very
number.
beneficial.
I actually I want to just in full disclosure, one thing, a cost that we didn't include in here, that the board of directors with 4% salary increases for staff as well. And I've asked Gina, and we're trying to recall without our being able to pull up our specific numbers.
It's roughly a little over 98,000.
So that is a significant number. There's a correlation there. From a recruitment and retention standpoint, that's concerning to me to reduce that number. I also, with an audit, we will have additional work on a lot of staff. So I want to ensure from full disclosure that you all. We omitted that from here inadvertently.
Remind me what the outside agency finding consistency.
So that was based on the request from CIA and the Northland Assistance Fund for additional funding.
I hate to say it, but I think I think so. I don't appreciate it. Yeah.
I will say, I do believe, given some of the more recent legislation, the CIA funding should have been, the grant funding that Jennifer referenced when she was here, I've not confirmed with her. It would appear that was approved, so hopefully that's not as much of an issue for that.
And the World Cup too.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
I don't know, that World Cup is that important.
it is important in the sense of the economic, but it's also, we gotta find things to cut, so I completely agree.
One thing we do want to point out on that, we had talked about expanded fireworks as part of that. Do you want to cut the full amount? Or a portion of that, or?
Maybe
Full 3,000 for fireworks.
I think we can swing it.
I think the fireworks.
To reduce that from 40 to 3.
Yeah.
Well, do we have to contribute some to the website also?
We also had 5,000, that was 5,
Keep that in.
Platinum, so 8,000.
Right.
So
no- no
8,000
more
still-
spending, Yeah.
reduced from 40 to 8. Okay,
Disagree.
We'll just put Chuck on TikTok and what that man said.
So what's your thoughts on that?
I think the whole 40 needs to go.
needs to go.
I think so.
Needs to go out or
Yep.
go?
We don't need it.
The whole what?
Whole
The
40.
fireworks and everything.
When do we have give the firework, when do we sign the contract for the firework?
We're currently in a 3-year contract. We would just be increasing our funding for a longer show. Right now, we're at like 15, 16 minutes. The additional would bring us, and the math would Clay County bring us to about 25.
Ask Clay County if they can go to the 200. The committee they're putting together for the celebration to see if they can get us. And then bring it back to us when you have to know when your drop dead date.
I talked to him later last week and he's just waiting for us to get him the okay. But since we're already in the contract, it's basically just increasing it to get a new invoice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can come back to this in February. Or
Yeah.
So what are we at to now?
it's 5,000 on the website.
What do we miss out on with that partnership with Clay County?
I think Clay County and Black County said they're doing it regardless. They just want to have everybody else getting it.
Yeah.
If we don't have it, we don't have it, so.
Yeah, either way, they're gonna keep the website. We just have to go back and say we're not.
We're not gonna have the 95, so we had all that, right?
To me, that's 65 with that outside.
65 mini X 2.5 is 12.5
I'm at,
and golf cart 15.
I'm at 100 because we're doing 5,000 still.
You're at 100,000, you said, so.
5,000 still for what
Website.
website? As I say, if Platte and Clare County are doing it, we could just cut it, right?
I mean, we'll just, I have to come back.
Yeah.
So need 5,000 more. Is that what I'm looking at?
100,000 is a lot. I mean, if
Or we need 100,000.
Yeah,
That's base, okay.
as we said.
That's leaving the fireworks or that's cutting?
Cutting.
If we're still having the fireworks, it'd be-
No,
It will be long.
Yeah. We had done the additional because we wanted to, for the 250th anniversary of the country and the World Cup as part of all that, right? Which, yeah,
And then the year, like the year after this, Clay County is gonna want to do something for the 250th of the county too, right? Isn't it like,
they haven't mentioned that to me.
or 200 of the county?
Haven't mentioned.
I know they were working on, were they already got there? Was that last year? The 200? I can't remember. Please don't get it. Maybe last year was, I think it was, yeah. Already passed that one.
You know, was that 5,000, was that just for development or was for advertising as well?
So in the overall cost, when they originally asked, it did have advertising for the fireworks event that we're gonna have. The 5,000 was specifically for the website for Black Clay.
Okay.
Yeah, I.
They're still doing the website. They were just asking the communities if we were able to give $5,000. So they asked that from every participating community. We'll just let them know that we won't be able to do the 5,000 contribution.
I was just gonna say, I feel like we need to do everything we can to, you know, have those positions and the tools that our streets and, you know. Probably, I mean, we cut that and we absolutely. Keep them and take it. So, I'm comfortable with that.
And like I said, we can revisit this after second quarter, so we'll have the audit done, the external audit. Second quarter will cover it's like that, and how would that be? So. We can revisit some of these meetings.
Rick, can you just recap what we got?
I have 35,000 being taken out of the economic development fund.
40,
Whole
yeah.
40, but we said the whole 40.
Oh, you did just.
The whole
change
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I missed that. So we're at 105.
Yeah.
So we're taking out the whole 40. We are taking out the outside agency financial assistance. We are putting a hold on the mini excavator and putting a hold on the golf cart. That gets us to 105. And then we'll do this split.
Anything else for Rick? Rick,
I got one more page there. We're throwing in an extra page here to keep you guys all,
Are you good on the 2026 side?
yeah.
Okay.
And so with that direction, we'll use that to develop the budget, recommended budget for first reading on October 7th. Second reading on the 21st.
We can,
All right, that last page, myself, Madeline, Chuck, and Myra have been working very, very closely over the last month and a half on looking at the projects, CIP projects. We have come to this list that we are carrying over to the 26 budget. This will prevent having too many budget amendments. What I did do here is this is a little different than how you saw it in the memo itself, just I'm consolidating everything just a little bit. What I did do is highlight the bondage projects with the recent cost 2025 issuance. So I have that taken out at the bottom there, so that net impact that we're carrying over to 26 is just over 2.3 million, if I'm reading that right, without the number of glasses. So this is where we stand right now. This is what we'll have in the 26 budget with these projects being pushed forward.
so Chuck, I know we got a lot of rain today, but have they started resolving the water issues on 144th lift station to get
Yes,
more construction going?
yes, they've got the shoring done. They've actually started putting in the line.
I saw they put in pipe on both sides of 169.
Yep, they did the bore, and then they've also shot. I don't know how many feet of the main installed behind all those businesses, so we're working on. They're moving.
So we have like a 35-foot deep swimming pool today, right?
They got pumps. I think they're all right. Now, whether they'll be working tomorrow, I don't know, but
A lot of rain.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Thank you for the good work, Rick.
Thank you.
With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mayor, I need to make a motion to adjourn the work session.
Do I have a second? All those in favor of adjourning work sessions, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Stand adjourned.